John Michell, Episode 3, Towards a New Cosmology. Original interview conducted by Christopher Ashton for Quicksilver Messenger magazine circa 1980. What if the universe reflects the image we project onto it? What if reality itself responds to the way human beings imagine the world? For John Michell, this was not fantasy. It was the beginning of a new cosmology. A vision radically different from modern materialism. Not a dead universe of machinery and accident, but a living cosmos filled with meaning, pattern, and consciousness. Michel believed humanity stood at a turning point. One path led towards technocracy, centralization, and spiritual emptiness. The other led towards reconnection with sacred geometry, the living earth, and the ancient harmony between humanity and the cosmos. And beneath the surface of modern civilization, he believed that the older vision was already beginning to return.
Episode 3, Section 1, Coincidences and Meaning. I've always been fascinated by coincidence. Not random coincidence, but meaningful coincidence. Moments when reality itself appears to answer human attention. You become obsessed with a subject, and suddenly information connected with it starts appearing everywhere. A forgotten book arrives at exactly the right moment. A chance encounter changes the direction of your thinking. A symbol begins repeating across completely unrelated events. It seems to me that these experiences reveal something profound about the nature of the universe. That reality may be reflexive, responsive, participating in consciousness itself. The rational mind dismisses such things as accidents, but I've never been convinced that coincidence is merely random. It often seems as though the universe rearranges itself around concentrated attention. That idea has much in common with the work of Carl Jung, who described synchronicity as meaningful coincidence connecting mind and world. To me, such experiences suggest that consciousness is not isolated from reality. The universe itself may possess symbolic structure, a living web of correspondences, through which meaning constantly emerges. And this possibility led me further toward sacred number, geometry, and cosmic harmony. Episode 3, Section 2, Pythagoras and Sacred Number. One of my lifelong interests has been what I call the ancient numerical canon, a forgotten system of sacred number, which ancient cultures believed underlay the structure of the cosmos itself. This search drew me toward the teachings of Pythagoras. Modern culture treats numbers merely as tools for calculation, but to the ancient world, numbers possessed spiritual significance. Geometry, music, astronomy, architecture, all reflected hidden harmonies embedded within creation itself. The ratios governing musical tones, the movement of planets, the proportions of temples, were believed to express a deeper cosmic order. It seems to me that this ancient worldview represented a completely different understanding of reality. Not chaos, not randomness, but harmony. The universe as living pattern. I became fascinated by sacred geometry because it appears repeatedly across cultures separated by vast distances and centuries. Stone circles, temples, cathedrals, ancient cities, again and again. The same mathematical relationships emerge. I do not believe these are accidents. They reflect humanity's ancient attempt to align earthly life with cosmic order. Modern civilization has almost entirely forgotten this symbolic language, but fragments of it still survive, hidden in sacred architecture, landscape alignments, and ancient traditions. To recover sacred number is to recover a lost relationship between humanity and the universe itself. Episode 3, Section 3. The Living Earth versus Technocracy. It seems to me that modern industrial civilization has entered into direct conflict with the living Earth. Mining operations cut into sacred land. Ancient places disappear beneath highways and development. Industrial systems spread across landscapes once regarded as holy. To my mind, this reflects a civilization that no longer recognizes the Earth as alive. I've often thought about conflicts involving indigenous sacred sites, places where corporations see mineral deposits, while traditional cultures see living spiritual centers. Modern society constantly speaks about technological needs, economic growth, energy demands, efficiency, but very few people speak about the needs of the Earth itself, or the psychological and spiritual needs of human beings living upon it. To me, ecology is never merely environmental management. It requires a transformation in consciousness, a return to the ancient understanding that humanity exists within a living planetary system, not above it. I think the old cosmology of domination is collapsing, and in its place, a new relationship with the Earth is struggling to emerge. Episode 3, Section 4, Golden Age versus Orwellian Future. It seems to me that humanity stands between two possible futures. One resembles the nightmare world imagined by George Orwell. Total surveillance, centralized power, mass conformity, a civilization ruled entirely through technology and control. At times, that future appears dangerously close, a world where human beings become passive consumers managed by immense bureaucratic systems. And yet, I am not ultimately pessimistic, because I do not believe rational systems can ever fully suppress human nature. Again and again throughout history, people rediscover meaning, rediscover myth, rediscover the sacred. One of my greatest inspirations has always been the Irish mystic poet George William Russell. He described moments when the Earth appeared transformed, alive with invisible energies and luminous currents. And he made one extraordinary statement that deeply influenced me. The Golden Age had never departed from the Earth, only we had become blind to it. To me, this is not sentimental fantasy. It is a profound cosmological insight. The sacred world still exists. But modern consciousness can no longer perceive it clearly. And perhaps the coming transformation will not involve building a new world, but learning once again how to see the existing world properly. Episode 3, Section 5, Humanity's Choice. I keep returning to one central question. What kind of civilization should humanity become? Modern culture increasingly dreams of escaping the Earth, space colonization, technological immortality, artificial environments. But I regard many of these fantasies with deep suspicion. It seems to me that humanity is in danger of abandoning paradise, while searching for salvation elsewhere. Again and again. I find myself insisting that the Earth itself already contains everything necessary for fulfilled human existence. Healthy societies grow from local autonomy, communities rooted in place, cultures shaped organically by landscape and tradition, not enormous centralized systems controlling millions from afar. I've always admired ancient visions of harmony, from Plato's Republic to the old myths of the Golden Age, not because I wish literally to recreate the past, but because those traditions preserved insights into human nature modern civilization has forgotten. Human beings flourish when connected to place, to meaning, to beauty, to the living earth. And when societies lose those connections, they drift toward alienation and control. The future remains undecided. Humanity still possesses a choice: to continue deeper into mechanized abstraction or rediscover an older harmony with the cosmos and the earth.
John Michell, Episode 3, Ending. John Michell spent his life challenging the assumptions of the modern world. He questioned materialism. He questioned technocracy. He questioned the belief that civilization must endlessly separate itself from nature. But beyond all the controversy, his vision remained strangely hopeful. He believed the universe is alive with meaning, that humanity still belongs within a sacred cosmos, and that the earth itself remains our true home. As Michel quietly declared, "This earth is our paradise. If we destroy it, there's nowhere else to go. But if humanity learns once again to see the world as living, sacred, and intercontinented, then perhaps the golden age was never truly lost."